How have you taken that confidence boost and used that to impact your life in other aspects other than just the physical?
Well, there's a reason I call it iron therapy. Um, I work in television. That's my normal career, my normal life. And for the last couple of years, maybe last 4 years even, it's kind of been diving a little. The industry's changing, the technology's in everyone's hands. My clients are wanting lower budgets. No, it's just for YouTube. So there was this real shift in my career and getting work. I work for myself, I don't have a staff job. And that was really gutting, and taking that on as a personal thing was really hard. So I kind of slid into this, I'm going to call it a depression. I was just frozen. I just didn't know what to do. And I went on a retreat. I was seeing like a therapist. Like I was trying to figure out, like, is this what my life is? Like, what do I do now? Um, and that was really, really hard. And honestly, if it wasn't for the gym, I don't know that I would have been able to get out of bed some days. Um, the gym, I would drop my kids at school and go to the gym. Like, so it was like a schedule. You had to have a routine, because I couldn't just think, oh, I'll sit in front of my emails for a while and then go to the gym later, because then it just snowballs and you don't go anywhere, or you don't feel like going. So I made myself go. And um, it's just done amazing things for my self confidence, really, number one, and trying to have that also parlay itself out of the gym, that same self confidence. So it's done a lot for me, and it's still a work in progress. I'm always still a work in progress, and I find that now that I got my training certification, helping other women and seeing them light up and seeing them succeed, that does more for me, I think, than any of the therapy did. Like the therapist I talked to about how to make myself feel better and what's my purpose in life and all of that stuff. So yeah, and if honestly, and if it wasn't for the gym, I never would have ended up here where I am today. And I did a there. You need to believe. There has to be a light switch that goes off in your head to believe you might be able to do something. And for me, I think I was about 47 and I was pretty lean and I was feeling pretty strong. And I'd look, whether it was Instagram or magazines, and these women on stage, whatever, and I'm thinking, I might be able to do that. I finally was in a place where I think I might be able to look like that. So I went back to my trainer, who I hadn't seen for a few years, and texted him, and I was like, what would I need to do to be stage ready? Like, I don't want to compete. I don't want to go on stage. But what would I need to do? And he's like, well, why don't you come in and let's just have a chat? So, to make that long story short, I decided to book a professional fitness photographer as a deadline, gift to myself. I needed that deadline. And Kevin, again, put me through contest prep this time, which I'd never done before. And it was a lot more disciplined, a lot more strict. My workouts are pretty much the same, which is funny. But it was a whole different way of dealing with the science of your body and what every single thing you ingested did to what cells and how they played off each other. And it was fascinating. I was my own science experiment. And I'd never been through it before. And here I was 47. And it actually took 47 days, because I was already pretty muscular and lean. And then I went through the peak week and everything, and he knew the date of my shoot. And that shoot date, honest to God, I think that was one of the best days of my entire life. Aside from my kids being born, that was so life changing for me that, I mean, I'm not a model. I don't know how to model. The photographer's trying to show me how to do stuff. And I'm like, what do I do with my hands? It was just so awkward. But he was so patient with me. Dave Loss was amazing, out of Etobicoke. And the pictures are phenomenal. And I had like half a day with him, and all these different clothing changes and hair and makeup, and like transformed. And it was just the best day ever. And I'm like, every woman needs to try that, needs to set a goal, something kind of they think is unreachable, but you think you might be able to do it. Push yourself out of your comfort zone and do it. And for me, I've got these amazing pictures, and I still look back at them because I don't look like that anymore. And it's like, wow, I did that. I could do that. And now what I'm thinking, which is a few years later, is, okay, what would I look like now if I did that again? Because muscles mature. I have more lean muscle than I did back then. And you kind of think, could I beat her? Like, could I look better than her? And I don't care about other women. But those pictures of me, could I beat that? So never say never. I don't know if I'll ever do it again. I probably will at some point, but just to have that goal and to try something totally out of the box that you've never done, and booking a photo shoot, it was so empowering. It was so incredible that day.